Hello, everyone. My name is Neena Sterling, and I am also one of the scholars in this program. So, here's a little bit about my journey to Esquire. Just a little bit of background. So, I am a first generation American. My family is from Costa Rica, and they migrated to the US in the early 90s. And they moved to Brooklyn, New York, which is where I was born and raised. And so, growing up, I always knew that I wanted to be a lawyer. From when I was about the age of 5 or 6 years old, I would watch these court shows with my grandmother, and I was just so fascinated. And I would always tell her, like, I'm going to be one of these, I'm going to be just like them. I'm going to be a lawyer, I'm going to be a judge. And that's something that I've always said from when I was small. Um, but unfortunately, my grandmother passed away when I was younger. So she never got a chance to see me accomplish any of these dreams. So my journey was a little bit different. I graduated my with my bachelor's in 2014, and I was 19 years old. And my plan was to go to school, get out of undergrad, and to go straight into law school. But God had other plans for me. So when I was 21, I got pregnant with my daughter. And I had her when I was 21, my daughter Janaya, which is right here in the picture. And at that time, when I found out that I was pregnant, I went into like a very deep depression. I was very sad. I thought that my life was over. And I just kind of gave up on any dreams I've had of becoming a lawyer. Um, I received a lot of negative comments and feedback from people who were very close to me, just letting me know that, like, having a child at a young age, that basically my life was over. And I just internalized that. So for 2 years, I just decided to focus on being a mom instead of ever going to law school. But I started working and I was just unhappy. I just knew that this is not what I wanted, or this is not where I wanted to be. So in 2018, I decided to just give it a shot, and I decided to take the LSATs and apply to law schools and see if I would get in. So when I finally got into law school, I was like, I got into Cooley, which was in Tampa, but I lived in Brooklyn, New York. So I thought about it for a while, and I decided that I'm gonna move to Tampa with my daughter to pursue my dreams and make a difference. So I moved to Florida and I started law school. When I was a 2L in Cooley, it was the first time that I heard about the Journey to Esquire program. And I learned about it through a lot of my classmates. And it was a lot of students who I spoke throughout my journey who were a part of this program. And they just told me about all the great things, the resources that they had with this program, a lot of the things that they learned in joining this program. So when I was a 2L, I would come to different workshops and programs, and I would just listen to the speakers and learn. And I just knew that this is a program that I had to be a part of. So before I joined Journey to Esquire, I was very nervous about graduating law school, becoming an attorney, because I came from the inner cities of Brooklyn, New York. I didn't know anyone who was an attorney. I didn't have any family members who were attorneys, and I just didn't know what to expect. I didn't have any guidance. I was new to Tampa, Florida. I was here by myself, and I just felt like I wasn't sure what I would do next. So when I joined this program, everything for me changed. As everyone stated, the workshops were extremely amazing, from the workshops about our wellness to workshops about bar prep. All of those programs helped me a lot. Um, I think the most impactful one for me at the time was the bar prep program workshops, because I joined this program in my 3L year in my last term. So I was also studying for the bar while being a part of the program. So, as someone stated earlier, when they said to make it real, think about what your bar prep journey is going to look like. That was the first time I've started to even consider that the bar was coming and I had to be prepared. So that program really helped me. That workshop really helped me. And then Professor Hardrick, she was my bar coach throughout that time as well. So I would also have like weekly check-ins with her about my journey and what bar prep was going. And I struggled a lot through bar prep. I faced, as the speaker spoke about, a lot of imposter syndrome. I felt like I wasn't where I needed to be, or I started to second guess if this was for me. And I remember one conversation that I had with Professor Hardrick during that time, and I told her that I just felt like, I don't know if I'll be able to make it through. I don't know if I can do this. And she reminded me of how I had my daughter at a young age and I still overcame those obstacles. I went to law school, I struggled, and I still overcame those obstacles. So why am I looking at this any differently? And that conversation not only resonated with me through bar prep, but on the day of the exam. On the day of the exam, I broke down. I felt like it was over, like I just bombed the exam. And I just remembered hearing her tell me that, like, you've already overcome all these obstacles. Why are you making this one to be any different than the others? And that helped me get through the multiple choice questions, that helped me get through another and another MBE question, because I was exhausted and I just couldn't look at one more MBE question. So, that was just one of the many ways that the program has helped me. So, like Lucero, I took the bar exam in February, and I'm excited that I passed the bar exam on Monday and got sworn in on Tuesday. So, I am now working for the state attorney's office. And I couldn't be more excited and I couldn't be more relieved. It's weird. People ask me, like, how do I feel being here? And it's still like it hasn't hit me, because you work so hard to get to this point. And then when you get there, it's like, wow, like there's just a weight lifted off your shoulders. And when I started working, a lot of the things that I've learned in this program is what I've used. The diversity about being the only person in the room that may look like you or that may have the same mindset as you, that has helped me to not be afraid or to shy away from anything, but to continue to push forward. The mentorships, Judge Baggy Hernandez has been my mentor, and he has helped me all the way. He even came to my swearing in. And just to have that, to feel like I'm not the only person, to feel like I'm in a place, I have a sense of belonging, which we spoke about earlier. It just tied everything together. And I don't know if I would have been where I am today without this program and without this journey. So I'm excited to see where the next chapter is going to be. And as far as the future holds for me, I don't know where I will be, but I do know that similar to this program, it's my duty to help others. And I know that I want to be the person who helps other people get into the same position. If there's been one comment that I've received the most in becoming an attorney, is that people are so inspired, or they look up to me and they think like I'm a genius because I'm here. And I'm like, no, you don't have to be a genius to be an attorney. You don't have to be the smartest person. You just have to have the drive, the dedication to keep going forward. And so I want to make sure that other kids who came from the inner cities or who don't have, family members who are attorneys or anything like that is able to still pursue their dreams. We hear when we're children, like the sky is the limit, but you really don't believe it. And I really want to put that into fruition. Like we can really achieve anything. I wasn't supposed to be here. I had a child, my family migrated here, and I wasn't supposed to be here, but I did. I'm here. And so that's my goal. And I know that with this program, I'm going to be able to do so much great things. So I'm so appreciative of being a scholar. This has been the best journey so far throughout my life. And I'm just excited to see what the next steps are.